Last week I showed you how to make a jig that would allow you to make nice clean mitered edge joints like on this plywood box right here. And this week I'm going to show you how to reinforce them with either doweling or with loose tenon / Dominos. So with that, let's get to it. So as a continuation from last week's project, building a box using these edge miter joints, I'm going to dress up this box now by adding some joinery to it. In part, the joinery is decorative, but it also adds quite a bit of strength to this. I put this together using brad nails and glue, which is plenty strong. This is not coming apart. Plywood can be glued in any multitude of ways and will stay together quite easily. I could leave this box exactly the way it is and it's going to be plenty strong, but I want to add a little extra strength to this. So what I'm using for this particular operation are 5 by 30 millimeter Dominos, and these are the most common type. That is the size that the DF500 domino joiner comes with. For most of the work that I do, which is when I'm doing cabinets or boxes even, I use the domino joiner for that kind of production work. It just goes a lot quicker and smoother. The way I'm going to use it today is I'm going to cut into the box in 2 places. The domino is a loose tenon, but also consider it the same as a dowel basically. So let's see how that goes. I've got my fence depth set at 10 millimeters, plunge depth set at 25 millimeters. Alright, I've got some stops down here. Got my box lined up. I'm going to go 1.5 inches in on either end to avoid the brad nails. There we go. Now we've got our mortises cut. Get some glue in there, and that should force its way back up. There we go. In my case, I'm going to have 5 millimeters sticking out at the top because I only went to a depth of 25. Now I'm going to add just a strip of tape temporarily. This is just painter's tape. This might be overkill. I know that I will scratch the surface quite badly if I don't do this. So I'm going to keep it friendly. There we go. Now I'm just going to hit it with some 120 grit sandpaper. So just a little bit of finish sanding on the top, being very careful not to touch the surface of the plywood. In my case anyway, I don't want it perfectly flat. I want it just a tiny bit proud, maybe 0.5 millimeter. That's not too bad. That gives us a nice through tenon look on the box. It also adds strength to the joint because it's going into the other adjoining piece. So that's how you use dominoes to dress up the box from the outside. Usually we think of dominoes being used as a great loose tenon tool to join pieces from the inside, and very often they are not exposed or shown. I like that. It's a great alternative to using plain dowel, but we'll use the dowel next, and it's very much a similar technique. Well, there you have it. You can use either Dominos or Dowels. Tell me in the comment section below which look you like better. Dowel, of course, is a much cheaper option and anybody can do it. You don't necessarily need a drill press. With a power drill, a few dollars, and some sandpaper, you can also achieve this look. The box that I built last week would hold up just fine with the glue alone. I used brad nails. Brad nails do not really add any strength. They're just there to tack it in place and hold the corners together while it's gluing up, and it does a fine job. You can also use band clamps to go around it, and that would allow you to get the same effect without the pinholes, although I find it a little bit more reliable and I get a little bit more control when I use the brad nails. It's not the first time I've used Dominos, but it's the first time I've used Dominos in this way where they're exposed on the outside. I'm actually quite pleased with how they turned out. I'm really excited to use these on a few other projects. And that doesn't mean you should go and break the bank account and run out and buy a domino joinery if you don't already have one. The doweling will do just fine. I've reinforced drawers and boxes using doweling hundreds of times, and it's worked out really well. This channel is sponsored free. This is completely independent, and in order to keep it that way, I need your help. Please head on over to my donation page to see the donation options by clicking this button right over here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. There are a couple more videos on this side you can watch. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have a great day.